Hi there, Malcolm here with my 231st Booktube video, and today I'll be reviewing Revelation Space by Alastair Reynolds. I've read this physical copy before, but this time round I listened to it on Audible, read to me by John Lee. Right off the bat I can say that, with a few exceptions, I didn't remember any of this. This is a sci-fi story set in the far, far distant future, and I've always sort of said it's a kind of mystery, and technically it is, except you don't know it's a mystery until near the end, and then, oh, that's where the mystery lies. So I remembered it was a mystery, but that was a bit weird. But the story is basically told from 2 points of view, really. One is from some ultras who are cybernetically enhanced cyborg-type human beings, and they're on their ship, and Volova is desperate to try and find a man to heal their captain who is suffering from the melding plague, which is a thing that's happened in Revelation Space past, where basically the various technology that you've had implanted into your body starts growing and melding with your physical form. It's not pretty, and their captain is suffering from this. Anyway, they need to find this guy called Sylvester, who happens to have the know-how potentially to fix him. And we also follow Sylvester himself, who is a kind of archaeologist who's trying to find out what happened to a long-gone species that he's excavating. Found that they got to a certain technological point and then disappeared, and he was trying to find out what event caused that to happen, because, you know, he doesn't want that to happen to humans. So there's a bit of a mystery there, and everything seems to point to this being called the Sun Stealer. Meanwhile, on the ship with Volova, her gunnery officer goes completely insane and she has to kill him because he's been turned mad by this mysterious being called the Sun Stealer. Ah, things going on here. The plot is plotting. Meanwhile, an assassin is hired by a mysterious person to kill Sylvester, and she ends up on the ship with Volova as the new weapons officer as they try and find Sylvester, while Sylvester, meanwhile, is getting kidnapped. There's a coup, he's kidnapped and no longer allowed to do what he wants to do, except he then is, because he falls in quite well with the person who's in charge and actually marries his daughter. But then he gets kidnapped again by another faction and it all starts over again. So the poor man spends the entire time getting kidnapped and being imprisoned by various factions, until eventually, finally, the two main storylines meet up, and then the story really does kick off from that point. But it does take an awful lot of time to get there. And then we have an ending which is a little bit 2001: A Space Odyssey ending. Not entirely, but there were certain elements of that in it. So in all, I found this to be enjoyable. There were certainly some very likeable characters in it, and some very interesting developments take place, but for a lot of it, it was a case of just what is going on? Why are we doing what we're doing? This doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I mean, this ship is trying to find this guy. We know where this guy is because we keep jumping to what he's up to. But it's certainly full of very imaginative characters, technologies, weapons, and various other things that are going on in this galaxy. And of course it opens up the way for the rest of the series, where we probably find out more about the melding plague and the inhibitors, species that is referenced in here in a big way, eventually. Can't really say more than that without giving away spoilers, but yeah, worth buying. Well, I already have, and it was certainly enjoyable listening to it again. A bit weird because I had John Lee read it to me, and I normally have him read me the stuff by Peter F. Hamilton. So I've had the Night's Dawn trilogy by him and the Commonwealth saga, and then to have him read a totally different author, a totally different thing, was a little bit unsettling at first, but yeah, I quite like listening to John Lee, so it worked for me. So, have you read Revelation Space? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Thoughts? Do you like anything in the Revelation Space series? My personal favourites are the Prefect Dreyfus Emergency trilogy. I just think they're fantastic. And the short story collection is quite good too. Galactic North and Beyond the Aquila Rift. So comments down below please, but as usual, if you have nothing else to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you, and until next time, see you later.